Hello everyone, this is Red with RedDragonLeo.com. It is February the 8th, 2012. Time is flying by on me. Recently, a new video was put up by Lindsey Williams, or actually by Kevin Gallagher. He interviewed Lindsey Williams, and Lindsey went on to say that the dollar devaluation is coming. That there's nothing we can do about it, that the gangster, Illuminati, snakehead, reptilians are going to go ahead and do this by the end of the year. Now, if there is one thing that I have noticed, and the computer's running a little slow here, sorry, that about Lindsey Williams and his timing of his forecast, is that he seems to be given the information right when that particular thing that he is talking about, whether it's gold, oil, or the dollar, is ready to do just the opposite. And I've noticed this. I noticed it with gold. When he was preaching that gold was just going to go up to $2,500 to $2,000 an ounce by 2012. Yeah, but when he was preaching it, gold was already at a top and ready to correct. And I believe it led a lot of sheep to slaughter. I don't think he did it intentionally. He is just being used, in my opinion, by these gangsters. And they're giving him this information, which will be proven to be accurate by 2012, his oil prediction and dollar prediction. But his scare tactics, when he delivers it, the message is like a preacher delivering, and it's like, please, please, you've got to get out of all paper. You've got to get into gold. And as a trader, you would lose your, all your money trying to trade it, because when he's telling you this, it is literally ready to do the opposite. With gold, it did just that. When he was preaching about gold going up, it had pretty much hit a top and started to go down shortly after that, within weeks, if not certainly in the next few months. It went down and corrected. Same thing happened with oil. They did the same thing there. It went up for quite a while and was on a tear, and then Lindsey comes out with his forecast that, hey, they're going to take oil to $150 to $200 a barrel overnight. You won't know. Well, I don't think he said the word overnight. He said by 2012. So he said these things, and it just gives people that scare tactic, and they're already seeing oil go up. And so if they were a trader, they'd went long oil and they would have lost their money. So now he's out with these scare tactics that, they're justified. I don't want you to get me wrong. I'm not belittling Lindsey Williams. I like the man. I think he's out there trying to help and get the message out. He's just not a trader, and so he probably does not even realize he's being used to slaughter the sheep. So when he comes out with his fear tactics that, hey, they are going to crash the dollar, that they're going to have a bank holiday, it'll happen over a weekend, you won't know anything about it. Friday, everything will be fine. Monday morning, you'll wake up and Bernanke will announce a 40% devaluation in the dollar, and the banks will be shut down, and that will happen before the end of 2012. But it's just the timing that he comes out and says this. Right now, the dollar is looking like it's ready to bottom and have a technical bounce. It is, to me, looks very, very much like it's ready to bottom. And so, to me, I'm thinking just the opposite. I think the dollar's ready to bottom and the market is ready to top. I think we're very, very near the fake print from a year ago. We had a fake print of, I'm going to pull this over. This one doesn't seem to be running as slow here on this chart. Let's see if we can't get it to work like this. Okay, the This is a fake print from the dollar, showing the dollar at 86.47. And I know that seems crazy that we would go up that high, but I actually think we are actually going to go up that high, and the market is going to tank. And I don't necessarily mean crash just yet. I think it's going to crash, but I think it's going to be later this year. But I think it's going to shave several thousand points off between now and May of this year. I think this Legatus pilgrimage, it's a little bit delayed, but I think we're going to have a similar situation that we had the last one, where we're going to have this one final push higher to get up there to at least the 137 fake print that we've recently had, or this 138.86 fake print from last year. Notice this was on March the 11th, the very ritual date as George Bush and Bill Clinton attacked Japan with HARP and a planned nuclear weapon bomb that they stole from a Russian submarine. Four nuclear bombs they stole from a Russian submarine. That was done by Bush, Henry Kissinger, Cheney. I'm sure Dick Cheney was probably part of it. The whole Rockefeller family, David Rockefeller, Jay Rockefeller, they're all gangsters, murdering thugs, and need to be arrested and publicly hung, in my opinion. But anyway, I only hope I see right now for this country is that we get Ron Paul in there. So I'm a big supporter of him right now. He seems to be the only one trying to do the right thing. So let's hope he's not a wolf in sheep's clothing. I don't think he is. He seems to have a pretty good record at this point. But, you know, regardless, he's the only one that's wanting to go shut down the Federal Reserve, gangster bank, and the IRS. You know, he talked about that. And so, anyway, here again we're showing 138.86. Just it showed up at 16:55 was the time. And again, this showed up on 3/11/2011, a ritual date. I don't know what to think of this volume. Sometimes these numbers for the gangsters will show up in color, and for us on our screens it would show up in black and white. Of course, this is on the NASDAQ site, but if it did, maybe they underline, or maybe they only put in color just the 2 and the 9 and not the 4 and the 0. Maybe the 2 and the 9 meant February the 9th. So, you know, possibly some good data comes out tomorrow. Maybe they rally it up here to 138. That'd be one heck of a squeeze, but we've seen that kind of stuff before. If they, I mean, that's 30 points from here on the SPX or so, 30 something. You know, we've seen it before. 30 points is nothing, 300 Dow points. You got to expect the SPX to put in a new high, folks. I mean, the Dow's put in a new high. If it doesn't put in a new high, you got to at least expect it to go up to the most recent fake print of 137, which I don't have right here. Let's see here. Let's move this out of here. I have it here. If this thing will move down. And come on. It's moving slow. Sorry, folks. And hopefully it doesn't. Okay, this one Anna caught and showed me, and you can clearly see it hit 137. There's nothing around it. It did this on 2/2/2012. That is 6 days ago, and it did it at 7 a.m. Of course, 3 plus 7 equals 10, plus 1 equals 11. There was no dot zeros. It's 137 on the money. So that should tell you that we should at least hit that print. That's a recent fake print, only 6 days old at this time period. So we should at least hit that print. And then the 138 one from last year, I don't know. It's possible. You know, they do throw these things at you, and you don't know which ones are real and which ones aren't. But just looking at all the evidence, I see us going higher first over the next few days, and then bottoming out on the dollar, and then rallying up on the dollar, contrary to what Lindsay says. Actually, he's not saying it's happening tomorrow. He's just saying it's going to happen by the end of the year. Well, okay, so I went and looked at this monthly chart right here of the dollar. And it's very interesting how you connect this top, and this top. And this is the monthly chart. Going back, here's the year 2005. And you connect the year 2005 to here, 2008, to here, 2009. And you draw this trend line out, and it would just be a fourth hit. By the time that 2 or 3 months from now, when May comes, if the dollar does rally up here, it's very easily, this trend line could drop down to that 86.47, 86.47 fake print target on that we that we've got on the dollar. So it's very, very possible that the dollar rallies and the market itself tanks and drops a couple thousand points over the next few months. That to me makes the most sense. Then in May, when the next Legatus pilgrimage is, that would be the perfect time period to turn around and rally the market up. And we've seen that before, where they fake everyone out. Yeah, there's the old adage, the old term, sell in May and go away. Well, that'd be the perfect time for them to go ahead and bottom in May and then turn it and go back up because of the 2012 elections. Okay, you would want to go back up and into this Legatus meeting right here. You can clearly see the next one is May the 2nd through the 4th. So my thoughts are we're going to go down into that time period, somewhere in that time period, rally back up for the elections to make it look good into the October 10th through 21st time period, and everything will look rosy. Then the elections will be all over the TV, and after the 21st, starting that week afterwards, at some point I think we hit our final high, and then we'll roll over. And that is the point. I actually think that they are going to surprise everyone with the 40% devaluation in the dollar. And I think it's going to cause the market to crash because of panic. I think traders are going to realize that, hey, no stocks are going to be worth being in when you have a 40% haircut in the dollar, because it's going to cost companies more money, 40% more, to buy stuff from that with devalued dollars. Are going to have to pay more to buy it from overseas to sell it to people here that don't have any money because they just lost 40% of their income. So the forward-going earnings, future earnings, cannot be good for any retail company out there. I mean, people buying Apple or Walmart, I can't see where earnings are going to be good, and I think people will dump their stocks along with the dollar crash, and I think they'll both happen. And that's when you'll get the big crash, the wave 3 of whatever. I think that's when it's going to happen. The election will pretty much be already rigged by then, and they've told Benjamin Fulford they're going to put in Mitt Romney. So we're going to see if that happens or not. All elections are rigged, so don't think that we actually have a chance. But I'm still going to go out and vote for Ron Paul, and if they throw my vote away, so be it. I'm still going to do my part, so you should do it too. Get out there and vote, and don't vote for another gangster, Mitt Romney or Obama. If you got any 2 cents at all, you'll vote for somebody who at least is showing an attempt to change this country, and that'd be Ron Paul. So anyway, that is it. I'm running out of time. I can only do these short 15-minute videos. So I guess I will wrap it up here and just let you read the post and comment away, guys. I think I've covered everything. So I'm just waiting on the sidelines right now until we at least hit that 137 print, and then after that I'll be looking at the market to maybe go on up to the 138.86 print and then get short. Good luck, everyone. Thanks a lot. See ya.